My boyfriend supports Trump and I don't know what to do. Please help.
I've literally broken up with a man because he voted for Trump. And you can too. It's very easy. Say bye. Toodaloo. Sayonara.
Bye, Felicia.
You can't have with us then, since we can't have birth control.
After the election results, liberal women are going viral protesting against Donald Trump.
No more kitty cat for moderate men.
No dating, no marriage, no childbirth. We're going to be out here asking New Yorkers if they think this is too drastic or if it's warranted.
I just don't understand how that correlates with politics, but
Good luck getting laid.
I don't think it's too far.
They're taking back control. Bodily autonomy is a right and shouldn't be privileged.
I think it's a bit ridiculous and absurd, but to each his own. I'm not knocking it, but
if they are like saying that nobody should do that, then I don't agree.
Do not listen to them. Do not laugh at their jokes.
they feel that that's a proper movement, then
Punish the men who voted for Trump, because now we can't get both.
What I'm saying right now is that someone in the White House would better take their shot right now and better not miss. My doors are open for you if you need a safe house.
You're going to jail. You're going to jail.
How it feels after breaking up with my boyfriend because he wasn't upset enough with what just happened in the country. Video of the boyfriend's reaction. Told my husband of 24 years the consequences of his voting choice was to not be married to me anymore. Haven't talked to him since Tuesday. He packed up his stuff.
You laid that line down so thick he saw it. He didn't even want to mess with it. He just pegged it and ran. You must be scary as Can we be friends?
Trump is saving men from blue-haired insane wives across America.
My friend sent me a video about liberal women shaving their head, and I was like, okay, and now I'm seeing it all over TikTok, and I'm like, they're really doing this. They're really, and like divorcing their husbands and stuff, and I'm like, go for it, honey. Leave all the men out there for the conservative women to repopulate with, because we don't need this in the next generations. This is mental disorders.
Boom. Bam. Bop. Bada bop. Boom. Pow.
Holy smokes, bride calls off wedding after discovering her fiancé voted for Trump.
He admitted that he was going to vote for Donald Trump. And I'm just,
that was it.
I can't share my life with somebody that's going to support that direction. I mean, this individual is a convicted felon, will say offensive remarks about women, about different ethnicities, and I find it highly offensive. How can this man lead our country when he's in a position of power and will openly insult different groups? It's very offensive.
You regret your decision to leave?
No, I am a strong woman, and I believe that women out there need to be strong and stay steadfast in their convictions. Ladies, we need to band together.
She says that women need to be strong, but I have a feeling that her definition of strong is having the courage to buy your 17th cat. Politics can be divisive. It even split up this wedded couple. After 22 years of marriage, this woman is getting separated. After learning her husband planned to vote for President Trump, Gayle McCormick, a Democrat, knew her husband leaned right. But his support for Donald Trump was a deal breaker. I can't with these people.
I was incensed. I said, I can't believe that somebody that I would be married to would vote for someone whose track record is so obviously poor in terms of civil liberties, his feelings about women, how he treats people in general.
I would go as far to say that I would purchase a car, and if you and I are walking on the same street and it's dark out and you're a white male, you have to be white for this to count, okay? If you're a white male, even if you don't approach me, I will. Yeah, I know. So, has to be on the street, you and I, has to be at nighttime. During the day, not so much, but at nighttime, okay? And you have to have very white skin, and be a male.
Stop it. Get some help.
If you and your male partner voted differently this election, if he voted for that man, you need to leave him. You need to leave him. I'm sorry. You need to leave him. I know you love him. I know you love him. I know you think he's going to change. I know you think he just doesn't understand your problems. I know that you think he's more concerned about the economy, but especially if you're married to him, you are in danger right now. You are in a lot of danger. I just know that one's going to get a lot of pushback, but this is my opinion. Sure, whatever, this is my opinion. Do what you got to do, but if that resonated with you, listen to your gut. Speaking of marriage, I wouldn't get married right now.
My boyfriend told me lots before that he didn't follow the election. He didn't care about politics or whatever. But and we just got into this whole discussion this morning because he supports Trump. And I said, but what about the fact that Trump is taking away women's freedoms? He said, he's not. He's making it, he's giving them the choice. And I said, no, he's not. He's actively not doing that. And then he just said, yeah, he is by giving it to the state. The women voted for that. I don't think that that's true. I don't know. I'm very confused. Then he said, well, then if a woman wants an abortion, she can just go to another state. And I said, but, not everybody has the ability to go to another state. A lot of people don't even have cars, and then he said, well, whose fault is that? That's Kamala's fault and Biden for making the economy bad so people can't afford cars. And I said, that even if the economy is really good, there's still a lot of people that can't afford cars. I don't really know what to do. If anyone in California has a place I could stay at.
Her boyfriend sounds like somebody who'd be fun to hang out with. Her, not so much.
I am so disappointed by Donald Trump. I don't know what he thinks he's doing by putting a man, a black man, an Indian man, and a bunch of women in his cabinet. Donald Trump, I only voted for you because I thought you were who hates women. I am so taking my vote back.
The people that grind my gears the most are the ones that are like, I can't believe my state voted for this and not for that. I am so disappointed in my state. I can't believe my state doesn't give me these rights. I can't believe my state voted for this and not for that. You can move. You can move to a different state. If you don't like that you live in a red state, move to a blue state. You can move to a blue state. I do think it's silly when people are like, oh, if you don't like America, just move. That's silly. But you can move to a new state. Bye. And it's especially these influencers that make thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars a year that are so disconnected. Move to California. Okay? Clearly the cost of living does not matter to you. It doesn't matter to you. So move to California. You don't like that Florida's red and you don't like the way we vote, then move to a blue state where you feel that you will have more rights.
Why is there an army of teenagers on TikTok talking about Trump's going to destroy the country? The last time he was elected, they were literally 10 years old. When I was their age, I cared a little bit about politics, but not enough to go on the internet all day and make it my entire identity without any life experience. Are they just loading these kids up with propaganda in high school and sending them out into the world?
A famous actress just said that the black people and Hispanic people out there who did not vote for Kamala Harris hate themselves. I 100% disagree. Voting for Donald Trump is not an act of self-hatred. It is an act of self-love. You see, I love myself so much that I refuse to be a slave to the Democratic Party because my ancestors were already slaves. Generations before me had to fight for me to have the right to vote. And they didn't do everything that they did, so I could just blindly vote for somebody that the Democratic Party puts up. I love myself so much that I looked at my own best interests and what are the best interests of my family and based my vote on that. I love myself so much that I decided to do my own research into the candidate. I looked at both of their policy positions, compared everything together, and made my decision based on that, instead of believing what ABC News and MSNBC News had to say. That's what I did because I love myself so much. It came to supporting a candidate. I was willing to put my personal feelings to the side because I realized that I was not voting for a best friend. I did not need to like everything that the candidate has ever said and done. I just needed to compare the two candidates together and vote for the one who had the best policy. I didn't let emotions get in because that's how much I love myself. I have a question for all of the people out there who say that African Americans who did not support the Democratic Party hate themselves. How much do you love yourself? Did you do any of the things that I just mentioned? Did you research both candidates, look at both candidates' policy positions, and then decide based on that? Or did you base your feelings on emotion? Did you base your vote on who you were supposed to vote for or who you were expected to support? Did you do that, or did you do your own research and look at both candidates and give them a fair chance? Because if you didn't do the latter, how much do you really love yourself?
So wait 1 minute. Did you hear what Biden just did? He sent $1 billion to Africa to help people displaced by the droughts. Meanwhile, in North Carolina, on American soil, we still have thousands of people struggling after Helene. But they were told to just get online when they literally had no power and fill out an application for $750. Isn't Harris still vice president? And therefore she could do something about it? Man, am I glad I didn't vote for her.
Some of the clips from today's video came from a video titled When Women Realize Their Boyfriends Voted for Trump. I'm going to link the original video in the description below. Be sure to check it out. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Red Dawn Daily with your hosts, me, Dawn Marie, and sometimes Leroy. Oh, Leroy, it's like I Dream of Jeannie or something. You look so good. You look so good. I don't know. What do you guys think? You think that it should be a permanent look for Leroy? I think we should always have the same hairstyle.